Nicole, thank you for joining us in the SAINTCON hallway.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is your first SAINTCON?
It is, and it's amazing.
Yeah, what's the first impressions? You've been here a day?
Yes. Yeah. So first impressions, obviously the community here is so friendly. Yesterday when I got my badge, I've never soldered anything before. So immediately I came into the soldering, stations and sat down with a group of folks and said, I know nothing. Can I just watch? And they're like, oh no, we'll totally, teach you. So they sat there and were very patient with me and taught me how to solder my first mini badge. So yeah, I'm super excited.
First time soldering? Mm-hmm. And how many fingerprints did you burn off?
I didn't burn myself. I was so excited. There was a lot of smoke though, and I think I overdid it on a few of the solders. Is that what you call them? I don't even know the language.
Solder ball, joint.
Yes, exactly. So, but there was a lot of smoke, but it was fine. It lights up, which is the end goal, right?
At least the solder's not lead anymore, like back in the day.
Right.
That smoke was always a little extra, and as long as it's not the magic smoke.
That explains so much.
Yeah. The previous generations. Oh
Right.
yeah, that makes sense. What kind of smoke was coming off of that?
Yeah.
So first time soldering, and you were just mentioning you were in Tamper Evident. Have you done that before at other cons?
Nope. This is the first con that I've done it at, and was able to sit down, and I passed the first 3 challenges, so I got a mini badge for passing the beginner's challenge. So tomorrow we'll advance to the advanced challenges, and I'm really excited about that. So I don't know what those entail yet, but I learned some names of some new chemicals. And
We're back to the lead.
Right, exactly.
So now you feel like a little Melfrod is good to go?
Absolutely. Heck yeah.
Perfect.
Let's do this.
What's something that you're excited to try?
Oh, gosh. We have the safe cracking challenge behind us here, so I might try my hand at that. That looks really fun.
That does seem aligned with, like, your career and title. Like, if you'd already told me you were a safe cracking expert, I would have just believed it.
Right.
Yeah, of course. What is that, a Model J12X? I can get that.
Totally. It takes 3 turns, and you just got to tap it. Absolutely. We've got this.
You're keynoting tomorrow.
I am.
Excited? Nervous?
Both. I always get a little bit nervous, and the imposter syndrome kicks in a little bit. Then I hit the stage, and I'm like, it's fine.
Every time I chat with you, which, a lot more in the last, obviously, day and a half.
Yeah.
You got a story for everything, though. So I feel like it'll be fine. I think you can go any direction here, and you're going to have something that's going to be very interesting to listen to.
Yes, I have lots of stories. Lots of them.
What's
some we can tell.
Yeah. What's the ones you can tell? We don't have a mic on you, or.
So hypothetically speaking. No.
And you did that for a lot of years. What was that flow of going from, like, you're in your own world, you're doing this thing, and getting out into the InfoSec community?
Oh, it was crazy. So, I'll talk about it in my keynote tomorrow, but a lot of the people that are here at this conference were the inspiration for me moving from the government space to the private space, good or bad, But so many of the folks here were just so inspirational, and were so welcoming, and brought me to DEF CON and told me some of the good things and bad things to watch out for, and so I went back, and it's like, I really need to be in this community. I missed it instantly, right? So I ended up transitioning to the private sector, and I've been here ever since, and I don't miss it. GovSpace was exhausting.
But I assume, a ton of your stories and things you've learned, a lot of that's from that GovSpace that you've used and applied to the private sector?
Yeah, absolutely. I've learned a lot, especially, with incident response, the what not to do's, and, just being on call 24/7 and what burnout looks like, and what mental health, has to be there before, so you can take care of yourself. So I apply those to my team that I manage now, and make sure that they're not getting burnout, and they're taking time for themselves and their families, And then, with all of the principles that I learned within the incident response world, which a lot of this stuff is just basic hygiene, 101, cyber hygiene, like password rotations, and make sure you don't have stuff internet facing that shouldn't be internet facing. Patching processes. So a lot is just basic stuff. But learn that, now we're transitioned and, hopefully inspiring other people tomorrow.
For mental health, this is, we chat about this more and more probably the last few years, and obviously it's gaining momentum. I was like, instead of being like a secret thing you're adding at the end, but more like we're being much more overt about it.
Yeah.
If exercise is the best thing you can do for exercise is the one you're actually going to do, let's apply it to mental health. What's one that you could leave people with, like, this works for me? Like, what is the one thing that maybe they could try?
Step away from your computer. Close all the tabs. No.
Get away from that computer.
It is.
10 feet, step back.
Yep. Get out to nature. You meditate, yoga. Yoga was huge for me when I was doing, especially, child exploitation cases. I mean, those are daunting, right? So every day I looked forward to going to yoga and making sure I had that mental release. I talk a lot about different methods, so grounding methods. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method is really big for me, and it's looking at things that are around you, smells, touch, taste, and then the HALT method for me all the time. It is: are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Or are you tired? And if you're one of those things, you're probably not in a good spot, right? And I feel like we're so bad as a community for staying on our computers 24/7, not stepping outside, spending time with family, spending time in nature, friends. So you just have to get away every once in a while.
Yeah, I think that's more than one thing. That's very solid. You had a lot of options there, and had never heard that term before. So
yeah,
I'm going to try to remember that, and then I probably can check the box on all of those things.
Right? Yeah, especially you right now behind the scenes. You're probably a little tired, right? A little hungry. Hopefully not angry. No. And you're definitely not lonely. You've got 1,700 of your best friends here, right?
It is an awesome community. I do enjoy InfoSec. I'm glad you're out here with us. What if somebody was trying to approach and talk to you, but they're like, oh no, Nicole Beckwith is so elite and I don't feel like there's anything I can tell her. What's something they could walk up and approach and have some instant rapport with you if they said,
just give me a hug.
Just give you a hug?
Just give me a hug. I love hugs.
You're, hang on, let's make sure we're clear here.
Right.
You're asking for unsolicited hugs?
I am.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Unsolicited hugs.
Sounds like permission.
Yeah, it is. No, really, just come up and say hi. I know it sounds simple, especially for people that are introverts. It's not easy to come up and say hi, but I'm usually just walking around looking at things, testing out the demo, so just walk up next to me and say, hey, what are you up to? Yeah, I'm really approachable. I don't bite that hard.
If let's peer into the future. Mm-hmm. You're hanging up the InfoSec spurs and the boots, and you're putting those on the wall. What are you doing?
Right now, I'm pretty certain I'm gonna go sell snow cones by the beach. Just somewhere on a beach.
Which coast doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at this
Which country
point.
Doesn't matter.
Nope. I just want to go somewhere that I can just step away from everything and
some simple task like snow cones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get a little break.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah. There's a lot of us that are like the cabin in the woods.
Yes.
So the beach and snow cones is a nice change.
Yeah, I still need people, but yeah, just something simple that I don't have to think.
You think that's because we've seen behind the scenes on how scary computers are, or do you think it's like a burnout thing?
I think it's a little of both. Obviously a lot of us don't sleep well at night because we know the secrets, right? But then, the burnout is real, and we're so much in our head and we're thinking about the next thing and what's the new evolving trend or the next attack. So we're constantly thinking, and just to be able to step away from that a little bit and not have to think, like mundane tasks for me, like mowing the yard or weed eating or, just doing laundry is a way for me to step away. So I feel like most of us need that one outlet or that one thing that allows us that break.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any talk or something that you want to accomplish here while in Utah for the next few days before the end of SAINTCON?
So
Obviously, delivering your keynote
my
aside,
yeah.
hopefully that that one. Let's say that's over with. You can breathe.
Yes.
You can ground. You can relax. You can go meditate. What's that? Is there a certain presentation that you want to hit?
Yeah, so Dark Matter, Mike Spicer's today was awesome. I'm really looking forward to Kintaro's talk tomorrow. So that's going to be awesome. And then Iceman, so he's here. So his talk is tomorrow afternoon or Thursday. I can't remember, but yeah, looking forward to both of them.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you spending some time here in the SAINTCON hallway. We're excited to hear your keynote tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.